Okay, switch topics with me for a second. Brittany Renner.
Jeez.
Familiar with that name?
A little bit.
All right.
Let me not get too excited on that. Oh, yeah, Brittany. I don't know.
Exactly. You be all over the blogs.
Hey.
Like, Jock insinuated.
No, let me not even.
All right. She was on Shannon Sharpe's podcast.
Yeah. So.
And, she said her body count is 35 men.
Okay.
Shannon was shocked. Like shocked.
Why you think Shannon was shocked?
I don't think he was shocked that it was a high number. I don't think he was shocked like 35 men. I think he thought it was much higher. He was like, yo, you actually came in lower than I expected.
I think it's a little bit of that. And I also think it's the concept of where he's at in age and status, and this woman comes out and says her actual number. No, how often do we have that conversation with women and we actually get a true body count from a woman?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not heard. It's not a thing that's done. Women are like cats. They're just not telling you unless it's it's a super low number. That's when you hear, oh, I'm on one hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm on three fingers. I can keep it all in count under two hands. You're not hearing a woman tell you their number. So the fact that she was that open, I think that threw him off. Because in real life, he don't know if he want to believe it or not. The crazy part is it's such a taboo kind of topic. It's so different that when we talk about it, watch this, we can't really say if it's a high number or a low number. That's just where we at in today's society. I can't even say if it's a high number or a low number, because realistically, I have to think, if a woman is in her 30s, if she's 30 years old, and I think Brittany got to be like 30, 35.
Yeah, she about 35.
Okay, so 35. Let's say she's been sexually active since she was, let's say, 18, 19. I'm just going to put a little respect on. Let's say she ain't hit till she was 20. In 15 years, being that attractive.
If she slept with 2 guys a year, that's 30 dudes right there.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, and that's the concept of us not being used to certain topics in a conversation. Who can you imagine if somebody asked Beyonce what was her body count?
Well, we know what she gonna say.
We don't know what she gonna say.
Hell yeah, we know what she gonna say. I saw a documentary and Beyonce insinuated that Jay-Z was the only one. Now, do we believe it?
But I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, we give a Beyonce
some
the
grace.
respect of a queen, right?
Correct.
That's why, and the word, that is a good word, grace. So we're not gonna even ask a Beyonce we're not gonna even, it's like, you really that bold? Because she would walk out of the interview.
Correct.
It wouldn't even be no interview. Like, you probably would never interview again after that. You kind of get what I'm saying? So to ask a woman in an interview, what's your body count? Nah.
But let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Beyonce. We're talking about Brittany Renner.
I know.
So that question for Brittany Renner is fair ball.
Okay, no. See, no. That's where you're wrong. You said what you just did? That was very immature of you, sir. I think much higher of you. See, that's the type of grace that most women are supposed to have in any conversation. It's kind of like they say, you never ask a woman her age. You don't ask a woman her body count, whether she's the queen or trash on the street. Because if she was trash on the street, you wouldn't even care what her body count was. You wouldn't even want to know. And if she was a queen, you'd have enough respect to know not to. You kind of get what I'm saying? So the across the board, that's just not something we ask women. So I thought that's what was crazy, but that's the mindset that you just said. Well, this is Brittany Renner. Why not be that? But I thought that it's certain rules that we just don't. And that could be old school. We could consider that old school. But I thought that was interesting. But like you said, 2 guys a year. from the age of 20 to 35 would give her 30 bodies.
Yep.
And in a sense, you would say, well, that's really kind of good because there's some women getting 30 bodies a year.
Yeah, yeah.
30 bodies biannually, 6 months. It's happening, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, Shannon probably didn't think it was going to be a higher number, though. I ain't going to lie.
Nah, that's the way I read into it. I mean, I think Shannon was caught off guard because he went into it expecting that it was going to be double that number.
A higher number.
Yeah, I think. Speaking of that, like, what's considered a high number or too high for a young jock?
I ain't gonna hold with you, man. Bro, tell me she done been smashed 35 times. I know, man, I would be like, it's unfair, man. It's kind of unfair. It's unbalanced. Because the average guy could definitely say they done had 35 bodies.
Without a doubt.
Right? And you expect not to be judged because on one hand, you know, amongst men, you're going to be kind of like praised for the higher number, I guess. It's just a testosterone thing. It's a competitive thing, you know, nature of a man in the wild, his many conquests. But when you talking, you know, a woman, I don't want to know a woman's count. How many man boyfriends you had? Don't tell me about your one-offs. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you don't want to know. Because, see, women have extra things going on, too, just as men do. Because what if she had some girlfriends on the side? Them bodies, too. What if she done got G? Them bodies. Menage a trois, them bodies. You know, I'm just saying, I don't want to know. I do want to know, but I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? What if when you just met people, it just came with a whole little download? You know, what movie that was? Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
No, we just grab the ponytail, hook it to the tree. God damn, you got boy, you done had some bodies on you. Shit. Okay, all right. You had the common cold 72 times. Okay, you doing good. You never had the flu. I saw you caught COVID one time. Oh, you caught it twice. Okay. What if you could see somebody's full rundown? Would you you
wouldn't even want to know.
That's what I'm saying. So some stuff you don't want, you know what I mean? If you could just know the rundown, if I could just look at you and see on top of your head, bing, scammer. You're like, oh shit, this bitch ain't shit. Bing, the one. How you doing, queen? But I don't know, 35, again.
You know what's crazy? Cause it's such a double standard. You like 35, but if I asked you, yo, Jock, what's your body count?
Oh, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, Jock, this is good.
Hey, man, don't do that. We're not going to do that. You know, hey, man, just don't do that.
Just say it's a double standard out there. We get it.
It is very interesting fact. Most entertainers, most people that are recognizable, you know, I always tell people if you can recognize a person, you can acknowledge them a lot easier. So a lot of times when you're celebrated, you're acknowledged more than the common man, naturally. And the more acknowledgement you get, the more bodies you probably gonna have. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, let's just take, for example, sometimes a celebrity could just walk in somewhere. You might have the most money within the 5 feet around you. That you might have the most, you know what I'm saying, wealth or whatever, right? But in that immediate circle, people are trying to do things for you. Hey man, let me get you a drink, man. Women, hey, what's up? Oh, let me get you a drink. Get him one. You're like, damn, appreciate it. You know, it's kind of interesting. So sometimes, being a celebrity, you could be just chilling, and a woman will just, man, yo, I'm gonna tell you, it's really interesting. When you walk into a place, you scan the room, you might see something like, wow, she's nice. Go on about your business. There's nothing wrong to it, be able to acknowledge, right? I don't recognize her, but I recognize that she's attractive. I also recognize that she's with a guy, and because I'm gonna acknowledge that, and the fact that I'm married, I'm gonna look the other way anyway, right? Mm-hmm. But then I'm sitting at the bar chilling or having dinner or whatever, and then you just open the phone and bing, it's a picture of her sitting in the same spot you just saw her at, or possibly saw her at, saying, I saw you looking. Like, nah. Hold on. And just that fast, you in. You kind of get what I'm saying? You don't need nobody's phone number no more. The access to hook up, the accessibility is it's just so great. It's so easy now. It's just, I thought it was easy when I was younger. Now you don't really have to do nothing. If you could, especially like with social media, if you could just look like you got some shit going, they gonna put out. So the numbers could be really high, man, even for women now. That's probably why you thought that the numbers were even higher for her now. Mm-hmm. Because even if you look at a lot of the celebrity women, they could be like, we could think of them as, oh, you're so this, that. But they be running through some other celebrities. Some other, it's like, nah, you got a different boy. Okay, oh, this I knew. Okay, this gonna be the one. Oh, I ain't like how he did her. Oh, y'all look so good together. Oh, he ain't shit. Oh, damn, she took a hiatus. Then you be like, oh, damn, she ain't no.
Yeah.
Heart broke so many times, ran through. It'd be weird shit, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I thought when I heard 35, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know where to go. I ain't know if I want to be like, I ain't want to judge, pass judgment, but I was like, but is it more? I'm like, but she could be telling the truth because 35 is a lot of times, and she done said, okay. She done probably looked back 35 times. That's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more than 35 times, but with 35 different people behind you, how you doing? Oh, you the flavor of the week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Shit.